What's good, y'all? Jaron Ennis fought on Saturday against Romain and he dominated, and he looks scary. He's back to his boogeyman status. After the Karen fight, everybody felt comfortable talking crazy about Jaron, and now Jaron Ennis in his first main event. You know, he he dominated his first main event, and I like to see that. And Romain Villa, he showed a lot of heart. He was real tough. He fought the way exactly that everybody expected. And everybody kind of had this same prediction of the fight. He lasted 4 rounds longer than I thought. I thought Boots would get it done in about six, but Villa was hitting him with some nice hooks, man. I mean, a lot of them really didn't land in his roll shots. He's more of an offensive fighter than a defensive fighter, man. He could just sit back and box and just pick him apart and stop him late or something like that, and people would be bored watching this fight. But he be trying to get those guys out of there, and he's got the complete offensive package, man. He's got the jabs, hooks, uppercuts. Uh, it took 10 rounds though because Villa he was taking those headshots. You know what I mean? Ennis had to really break him down to the body to really get Villa hurt enough to really get him out of there. You know what I mean? And the future is bright for the man. I don't, there's nothing else to say about him because he's not gonna get a title shot right now. Spence and Crawford are locked in for two fights that we want to see or whatever. But soon as the belts drop, he's right there in pretty much all of the sanctioning bodies. And I'm just scared that there's not a lot of competition for this man at 147 right now. Virgil Ortiz was seen as his super fight down there at welterweight, and you seen what happened to him. He can't even make the weight. They say he's going to 154. So Boots, it looked like he's gonna have a long, long reign at 147. He said a while ago that he can make the weight as much as he can, as much as he wants. You know what I mean? But people are calling for him to move up now. I don't think he should move up right now. He should at least become a, a one or two belt champion at welterweight. But let's be real, like the better fights for him is at 154 with the Tim Zoos and Jesus Ramos. Those future fights, Lubin. Those type of people are better fights for him than at 147. At 147, after Spence and Crawford, man, who is there for him? Really? Like, you got Stanionis. Don't expect him to beat him. Crowley. We gonna get bored watching him at welterweight. So I just feel like he should get him a couple belts and get out of there. I mean, who's even at 140 that might be moving up to 147? That could be a super fight for him. You know what I mean? So I just, welterweight is known as the money division. So he should just at least build up a couple accolades there before he leave. But Ennis, he's just ridiculous, man. The talent is just, you know, second to none. If you really want to say, because he's big, long, got a nice jab, power, foot movement, head movement. Like he's got everything, man. Like the Karen fight. We didn't. He didn't look that great, but Karen was moving and not really throwing a lot of punches either. So Boots didn't look that great. And Spence and Crawford fans, They felt comfortable talking crazy about Boots. But after the other night, they back on their heels. They back arguing who got to fight him first, Spence or Bud. You know what I mean? Got them boys shaking in their boots, man, thinking about Boots Ennis. You know, I just, I just don't know what he's gonna do. He can go to 154 anytime he wants. In a couple years, even those guys are gonna be maybe even too old to even compete with this dude. Where's the super fights for Boots? Boots is 23, 24 years old. You know what I mean? This man's got crazy ass potential. He was in there playing with Villa, a huge power puncher at 147. I'm not going to say he's one of the best fighters, but he just got a decision over Rashidi. He's a credible opponent. You know what I mean? It seems like the more money for him is at 154. You got Earl, Crawford that might be moving up there after they fight. Virgil's up there. Tim Zoo. Shit. What is Jaron Ennis gonna do? Y'all holla back.